Good Monday morning, Mid-Michigan. I'm First Alert meteorologist Matthew Mondro here with a quick update on your First Alert forecast. And not only are we starting off the new week, back to work after the holiday, but it is also the beginning of December. So meteorological winter technically starts today, and we sure do have a wintry forecast ahead of us for the week. So definitely some very fitting weather for the beginning of December. Now, right off the bat here, I do want to give you the first alert to some slick road possibility for tonight or early tomorrow morning. We are going to have a round of some light scattered snow showers moving through mid-Michigan, but the snow showers that we are tracking for tonight are going to be much lighter than what we just saw this past weekend. So we expect most accumulations to be under an inch. These snow showers will also bring a little bit more of a fluffier snow. So that snow that we had this weekend certainly was about as wet as it could get, especially on Sunday, just because those temperatures came up to about freezing, even about 33 or 34 in some spots too. But tonight we'll have temps down to about 18 degrees, so these snow showers will bring more of that fluffier snow. And actually right now on the First Alert Sky Tracker, we do have this system. So this low has been moving out of the Rocky Mountains and across the southern Great Plains. You see the snow that's been building up on the leading edge of that system. It doesn't look to be quite as impressive or really as organized as the system from this past weekend, and the storm track of that low is actually going to end up taking it more across the Ohio River Valley and then over into the Appalachian Mountains. So the system that we had this weekend, that low actually came directly up through the lower peninsula. So this is going to have a little bit more of a southerly storm track, so that is why we're catching really just the northern edge of this, and that's going to keep our snow showers a little bit lighter. Now, throughout the daytime today, we're actually expecting some heavier lake effect to be able to develop on the west side of the state, right around Muskegon, pretty much between Muskegon and Ludington. There's actually some winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings right there on the lake shore due to that snowfall that you're seeing to the west of US 131. By the end of daylight today, about 5 o'clock, our northern counties and some areas like Houghton Lake, Harrison, Gladwin could see a couple of lingering snow showers from that lake effect as we go towards the end of the day today, and then eventually a few more snow showers filling in as we go into the middle of tonight. This is as we start to catch the northern edge of that passing system. So this right here is at about 10 o'clock, and it should be somewhat similar even towards midnight tonight as well. You see some of these snow showers moving through. The coverage certainly doesn't look to be very impressive for our area, but I do think that many of us, especially around the Bay region and Flint and even into our northern counties, will see some of these light snow showers. This will continue in more of that broken fashion even as we head into the early parts of tomorrow morning, but pretty much by about 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, maybe about 7 or 8 for the thumb, but 6 o'clock for the majority of us, we see those snow showers already out of here. And then the remainder of the day tomorrow, that is going to be dry. We'll even possibly see the clouds breaking up a little bit before the end of the day tomorrow as well. But take a look here at the First Alert Snow Predictor. These totals, again, certainly not too impressive, especially by mid-Michigan standards with these snow showers for tonight. So we're talking about an inch or less. Our northern areas like Houghton Lake or West Branch, and I'd still even say Harrison as well, could potentially see totals up towards an inch and a half. That would just be from a little bit of that lake effect that makes its way into those northern areas, because that lake effect is coming right off of Lake Michigan and going towards the northeast. But again, outside of that, most of us should end up under an inch of snow with these snow showers for tonight. Just given the timing of this and the cold temps tonight, and that's why we think we could have a few slick areas, but overall this doesn't look to be a majorly impactful snow like we just had over the weekend. And out of everybody in the lower peninsula, the highest snow totals from tonight will still be on the west side of the state, anywhere west of US 131. And we can clearly see that here on the First Alert Snow Predictor as well. So we just want to make you aware of that for tonight, but certainly, again, just a few slick spots. I would be cautious on your drive tomorrow morning, but we aren't expecting at least a widespread or large-scale slowdown or issues on our roads like we just saw from the upcoming weekend. So I think relative to the weekend, conditions should actually be slightly better than that, but we still want to make you aware of that for sure. We'll talk more about the remainder of today's forecast, though, and then we'll also talk about some of the cold temps that we have ahead of us here for the upcoming week, as we are right after this upcoming break. Alrighty, welcome back from that break. So we are tracking before some of those snow showers tonight. A pretty quiet day, in fact. If you do have anything to do during the daytime here, our weather conditions certainly on the quieter side. We just are tracking more of a mostly cloudy to overcast day. Temps largely into the upper 20s. Most of us should have a high of about 28 degrees for this afternoon, and just a light southwest wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So if you were thinking of maybe doing some more holiday decorating or holiday lights today, you still might have to shake a little bit of snow off of some of the tree branches, but we certainly don't expect a very windy day for today. But of course, with temps in the upper 20s, you'll still want to bundle up if you'll be doing any of that decorating for today. And also, if you have some plans to maybe grab your Christmas tree, if you're doing a real tree this year, if you have some plans to go do that today, also should be a pretty quiet day for that, but just staying cloudy throughout this Monday. But I do want to make a note of these temperatures here as we go throughout the entirety of this week. Now, Wednesday is going to be, we'll say, the mildest day of the week, still only up to about 32 by then. So other than reaching freezing for just a couple of hours on Wednesday afternoon, the entirety of this week is going to be below freezing, as well as the upcoming weekend. So with this here, for ice fishers, this is definitely some good news, even though it is still pretty early for any sort of ice to be safe ice. At least with these temperatures, those water temps are going to continue to come down even more. And I've actually seen some photos, a few spots of some inland lakes, some small lakes, and even some streams and rivers that are starting to ice over from this colder weather as well. So we should start to build up some ice as we go throughout this week and even into the weekend too, with those colder temperatures still hanging around as well. So if you do enjoy ice fishing or some winter sports like skiing or snowmobiling, just in general, having these colder temperatures here throughout this week and even into next week too, it's definitely a good sign that the weather is at least cooperating here for the very beginning of the season. So all the snow that we picked up this weekend too, that's not going to be going anywhere. Of course, it did settle quite a bit with the temperatures that we had yesterday, but from here, that snow that we have should be sticking around on our lawns here, just with this colder weather hanging around as well. So it does provide a nice base for any of those winter activities as well. Now, one thing too I'll note, I'll take you back to the 7-day. On Wednesday, you see there scattered snow showers. There is going to be a weak disturbance moving through on Wednesday, and it's actually a cold front there. That's what takes us from 32 on Wednesday to 21 on Thursday. Thursday should be the coldest day of this week. But the snow showers that we're expecting on Wednesday, in a similar fashion to what we have for tonight, the totals aren't expected to be very high. We're talking an inch or less with that as well, and that'll be falling during the daytime, particularly during the afternoon. But that cold front there, if anything, just bringing some breezy conditions with it as well. So eventually we'll be turning to a northwest wind on Wednesday, and we'll have some gusts there between 25 and 30 miles per hour. So that's what sets us up for that cold weather on Thursday and Friday. Thursday night in particular too, that'll be a cold night down to about 7 degrees. We are expecting widespread single digits on Thursday night. And then as we go into the weekend, those scattered snow chances come with potentially another weak system moving through. So that's why you see those temps going back up through the 20s and even up to about 30 for this upcoming Saturday. So overall, as we head back to work this week and school this week too, we hope that you stay warm, and we hope you had a great Thanksgiving holiday as well. So now from here is that run up to the rest of the holiday season and Christmas. Hard to believe Christmas is less than a month away. Even New Year's a month from today as well. So 2025 will be winding down pretty quickly for us. But for those of us who like the wintry weather, certainly at least the weather is cooperating as we start off the season of winter sports and winter activities too. Well, coming up at 2 o'clock later today, First Alert meteorologist Diane Phillips will be here with another update and another look at the hour by hour for tonight's snow showers, and she'll be right here on the live stream desk. So we'll be coming to you at 2 o'clock in the same spot later this afternoon. Well, in the meantime, we hope you have a great remainder of your morning, and as always too, download the TV5 First Alert weather app. I'll put the QR code right here on your screen. This is a free app, and we do have a live radar as well as many other features with an hourly forecast and a daily forecast as well. So feel free to download that, and we also have some personalized video updates in the app as well. Have a great remainder of your Monday afternoon.